Live to you from Rockstar HQ, and I am going to show you today how you can access the podcast. Podcasts are great ways of consuming information because you can listen to an audio while you're doing other things. So you can listen to an audio while you are sat at one of the children's activities. You can listen to an audio while you're out on the dog walk or the school run, while you're exercising, while you are putting away the washing. Whatever you're doing, you can also listen to audios and, really gain so much more information and insight from that medium. Because you can't walk the dog and read a blog. I'm telling you this because I've tried and it doesn't work. You can't watch a video while you're out for a run, but you can consume podcasts while you're on the go, while you're driving, while you're doing anything, because it's an audio version of the learning that you want to consume. So I want to show you how you can really easily access my podcast and listen in. So let's start here on the website, and there's a couple of ways that you can get to the podcast via the website. You can go www.rebelsandrockstars.com and you can pop on the end there, up here, a little slash and type in the word podcast and hit return, and that will take you through to the podcast page. I'm going to show you what to do there where I've shown you the other way to find your way there. So the other way would be that you hit the home page and you come down to Feast for Free. Hit on View More, or hit, if you're on mobile, just hit on that box and it will bring up another box, and there you'll see a link here to the podcast. So it will bring you through to the podcasting page, and you can see here that all of the episodes of the podcast are available. You can play them directly on your computer, so you can sit here and just press play.
Hello, it's Emma Holmes at Rebels and Rockstars.
So you can play them there. You can go through the list, and all of the lists are there. You can decide which ones you want to listen to. You can listen to them all, entirely up to you. The other thing that you can do here on the podcast page, so whether you're on mobile, whether you're on desktop, you can come up to these little three dots here, and it says download episode. And that will allow you to download the episode that's open on the screen here to your computer, to your phone, to wherever you want. You can also subscribe to that with iTunes so that you are up to date whenever you want. And you can also subscribe with an RSS feed. But you can just download them and you can just consume them on the go as and when you want. You'll see that some of them are as little as 4 minutes or so. Some of them go up to over an hour. So it depends on kind of the times you've got available, what you want to listen to, and what you've got going on. So there's plenty there for you to dive into that fits in with any time scale that you've got. So that is going through www.rebelsandrockstars.com/thepodcast, or finding your way through via the homepage, going down to the Feast for Free button, and you'll find an access to the podcast at the top of the Feast for Free section. The next way that you can get in, if you are a Mac user, is through iTunes, and you usually have it on your landing board across the bottom of your device. So if you are on a Mac, or if you're on a MacBook or anything like that, you'll usually have this iTunes icon at the bottom of your device. So if you can go into applications, or you can go in via the bottom box, and you can open up iTunes there. So let's go through. And you get through to the iTunes store. You will see here that you have got different options, and you have got different things that you can do, different things that you can search. So if we look through, we can come in here and, oops, something's jumping in front of us. We can come in here and we could type in The Hatchery. I don't want to be in there. So let's go for podcasts first. Here, podcasts. Let's take away those ones. Done. Podcasts. So I want to go to podcasts and I want to go to the Hatchery. At last. So there we are, the Hatchery podcast. And you can come here and you can subscribe to the podcast. So you can make sure that you don't miss a beat on there and you can subscribe to the podcast. Also be great if you love the podcast to come in and rate or review it, because that's another great way. So here you can copy a link to the podcast, you can share it, but you can also come here and you can simply play it.
Hello, it's Emma Holmes at Rebels and Rockstars, and I am talking simple strategies.
And you can get it. You can share it and you can copy the link. So there are lots of ways for you to get hold of it over on iTunes, and they're all there. You can work your way through and see which ones you want to take a look at. Like I say, subscribe while you're there, rate and review it would be great. So the next way is via mobile device. So via mobile device, so that you can get us on the go, then if you have got an Apple mobile device, you'll see that you've got a podcast app on your Apple mobile device. So whether that's an iPhone or an iPad, you can hit on this. If you use Android, then go to the App Store, the Google Play Store, and the one that I use on our Android devices is called Podbean, Podbean. And that will allow you the same access to iTunes via an Android device as via mobile device. So you just hit on the podcast button and it will open up the podcasts that you have got. So I've got that obviously as a podcast that I listen to, but you can see there's a little search icon there at the bottom, and you can go into the search bar and you can type in Emma Holmes or The Hatchery. So if I pop in The Hatchery, my fat finger's not spelling it correctly, search, you'll see that the podcast here comes up. So you can press on it. And again, you can subscribe to that podcast in the top corner. And you also have the ability there. Can you see the little cloud with the downwards arrow? So you can listen to it within the app with the little play button here. Or that little cloud button with the downward arrow will allow you to download that to your device. So you can take it with you on the go. So those are the ways that you can access the Hatchery podcast. There's loads of them. Don't be overwhelmed. Just choose one and go with it. And I will speak to you really soon. Bye.